Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is a client reading using 3 decks. The tarot deck is the Fairy Wicca Tarot, and then the two oracles are the Druid Plant Oracle and the Druid Animal Oracle. I pulled out the cards for the reading. I pulled out one reading before this reading, but then all the deck fell and then there was a lot of cards that came out. So to focus more on the cards that are pulled out, I did a second reading where I re-pulled out cards and just to clean it up so it isn't going all over the place. So I do have some repeats. It does seem like this is a very, I'd say, vivacious, fertile, maybe flamboyant time for you. I feel a lot of um, maybe energy that's going towards something that you're interested in, that you care a lot about. And the animal that came out is the cat, along with the mistletoe for the herb. And it feels like it goes with the card, the Queen of Wands, which I do think it has a similar energy going on with that one, with having a dominant, forceful presence there, and really making your mark with the mistletoe. In the mistletoe picture, you have the mistle thrush too, and the bird distributes seeds when it flies and wipes its beak off when it eats the berries because they're toxic and it has a gooey viscosity. So, or viscous. There, it is a growing time. In the past, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and this one, it seems like you already begun your journey of something that you're really interested in. The main card of the reading, I feel, is the Chariot card, and it right now it doesn't seem like there isn't direction, but there isn't a lot of direction of where to know where to go. But I feel like it's an important card because this is the card that I really consider the Morrigan's card in this deck. She has many of her archetypes in here. It Babe is one of the archetypes here that's represented, and this is paired off with the Fool card, which is the Seeker. And with the Fool card, it has the value of 0. You start with the Fool, you end with the Fool. So the major arcana is the Fool's journey. But it is a very hopeful reading because you also have the Star. And with this one, I feel like the stars align, or things are going according to maybe what you could have agreed upon before even knowing you were going to do this, if you believe in that aspect of it. Or things are coming together in general in a way where the things that you want to do in life are moving forward because you took that step in the past. And it's a solid step. And in the card it says power. There's some thorns or some type of bramble in the distance, and then it has the moon covered up. But then in the future you have a clarification card, which is the moon card, where things are starting to illuminate and you can see your path again. But right now you're just playing it by ear, and it does seem like a little fixated. You have the 9 of air, something that you think about. And with the Fool card, If you look closely at this card, there's a figure with multiple heads. This could be a triple aspect, or or the figure is trying to make its way to the sacred site and entering into a new phase. With the lore, it could be associated with going back in time or traveling through time. So, underlying energy is the Four of Air. This is a waiting time, and the Four of Air is also a resting card too when you're thinking about it from the threes going into fours. So, four is a foundational number, and you see that the swords are honing in as if it's coming together to focus. So, you have to focus, which I feel like it's not really happening right now. It's not a bad thing, but it does affect the environment, and it does affect your mindset of how you're going about the things that you're trying to do. We have a dominant card to go with the underlying energy. So that's the Emperor card. The Emperor card is also associated with Aries. Aries is the first in the zodiac, and it does play a role in leadership, being able to be that type of person in your environment. I am getting that there are a couple of key players in here that help you along with this for different things. And I'll pull out a card for those thoughts, maybe two cards. So you have Temperance, and then Six of Pentacles. So I pulled out two. Maybe a person is, for the Temperance card 14, being the opposite of you, like a yin yang, and almost magnetic, because when you think about magnets, it's like coming together of opposite polarities. And then you have the Six of Pentacles. It could be another aspect of either one person or multiple people. I don't see too many people, but there are key energies or key people in the situation. That could also be compromised, and even with the balance of temperance, balance of mindfulness, different perspectives. Some of that maybe brings you down to earth when the thoughts that you have are unrealistic or not realistic enough for the situation if you're a novice, because the past you had the Ace of Pentacles. And I'm also getting saving. And with the gold, it'll open the door. That's what you're working your way up towards. The silver is standing out to me, so it actually doesn't seem like it's too far forward. I feel like it'll be sooner rather than later that you'll reach a good milestone that's significant to you. And with the Moon card, it does seem like it'll have more of a positive effect or outlook that you have with the situation. It might bring things to light, thinking that confirming the actions that you're doing are validated. And then with the future, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So you're going from Six of Pentacles to Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, it's still moving forward, but it's also a working card too. And planting your seeds. And then 8, you'll see the seeds, a good amount of the seeds being ready to harvest, or even just the seasonal ones, and learning the trade, learning when to pick them, which ones grow when. Just an analogy for what could occur in your own life and incorporating everyday lessons into it. For the Four of Cups, I'm also going back to the cat energy, and you feel like the cat is really defensive. So it might be something that could be brought to light with the dandelion also being there. Dandelion being the lion's tooth is what the name entails, and there could be some proudness going there, so to make sure to be able to balance that out. And dandelion is also a resilient plant too. It can grow in places where a lot of plants can't, and it often takes a lot of nutrients and minerals from the ground, which is great if you like dandelions in that aspect of if you're going to use it as a supplement. But the other part of it is that other people or other plants can't grow around it usually because it does that. So if you're going to be in the spotlight, to make sure that you're still giving back and still working together with the environment that you have. I think it makes it a lot easier, and then it also makes productiveness thrive more. But I do see more of higher up or type of leadership energy here. So with the Four of Cups is also going with the underlying energy. So it's interesting you have 4 and 4. That's pretty matched up with the numbers. The Four of Cups is being given something and learning from it. It might not be exactly what you want, but there is something or training to go through in order to move forward. And then you're going for the 4 to the 5. 5 is less foundational. A lot of times it's trying something new. So you're going out of your comfort zone from the 4 to the 5. The 4 makes sure that you're ready to go to the 5. So this is building what you have, making sure it's strong enough. So when you go to 5, you don't have to move back. Then you have the Tower card as the karmic card, or why things are happening. That's the position that I put in this reading. And that's an intense one because we were just talking about foundations for the 4s, and then the Tower breaks that foundation and rebuilds something that's stronger. So in your recent past, you have the Ace of Pentacles. That's what you're starting off with, because you have to break away you can still hold on to things that you were, that lessons that you were given, but essentially you're moving forward to something that is more appropriate for this time, more mature. You see that the figure has wings outlined and going into the water, and the water isn't very calm. It looks like a storm, but storms clear out, and then you're left with the peacefulness that kind of looks like you're getting from the moon card. Sorry, I have a lot of cards out. It isn't directly after the Tower card, but it's seeing further in. And it looks like one of those leaps of faith that they're taking in order to reach this place. So it could be something more riskier that's completely different, but I feel like it's a good reading. The last reading that I had, you had all of the tools, the extra cards in this deck. So this is the Holy Stone, and then you also have the other reading that you had. It was the Crane Bag, the Holly Branch, and I guess you didn't have the wand, but you had most of the extra cards. So this is the one that showed up, the Holy Stone, and the Holy Stone, it says it's for protection, but it reminds me of a Hagstone. And when you look through the Hagstone, you see through perception, you see through like anything that's not real or anything that isn't practical. I was gonna say see through the BS if you're trying to say it like that, but with others, but also with yourself, to remember to check your attitude, check your actions, because with the leadership, other people are gonna watch you. So, it's a matter of how you want to represent yourself and how you want other people to see you and to get with what you're teaching them as well. So this was in the hopes or fears position, and you have the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. So that's more of hopefulness for the hard work that you're putting towards this. And I was gonna say using, so maybe you're using something or you're doing something that is important at this time, that you went out of your way to do it just to surmount expectations and to be successful, because the 9 of Pentacles is having more of the successful and independent type of traits, a person that usually makes it on their own or makes something out of themselves, and can also be seen as more of high society, but worked their way up because it's 9, and in the minor arcana it's 9, it's 1 through 10, so it's just 1 before getting to the 10, and then it's a cycle, so it begins again. And then the final card that you have is the King of Cups, which is actually a really nice card to have to end this reading, because there's a sense of comfort in yourself, but it's also having that you were pursuing what you wanted to be happy, and even in yourself, and you got it. And you can see that there's water in this card again. Cups are associated with water usually, and so being able to ride the waves instead of having the waves push you around and it's almost like a emotional in a way, because it cups tend to be love, emotions, relationships. And so if you're, it's like water, and the push and pull of the water, and being able to control yourself while you're in the water. It was also next to the star card, which was an extra card, so I do feel like there's promising things happening. And with the star having her hair almost like celestial looking, it does give an indication that you're more focused, and that more focused on what you would like to obtain. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in another video.